And welcome to another edition of the UIS Prairie Stars Coaches Show. I am Tony Black. We are on Campus Channel 65. Joining me today is Bailey Beale and Cristina Nevins of the women's basketball team. Bailey, we'll get started with you. Just talk about your thoughts on the season so far.
So far this season, we've started to work really hard and starts in practice, and we just want to do the best we can every night and show everybody that we're a better team this year and that we have the potential to be good.
Cristina, last year you guys were a fairly new team. Both of you were in your first year here at UIS. Talk about the transition that it took from last year to this year.
I think the transition from last year to this year was a lot smoother because there's more players this year that play together last year. So the teamwork is there more, whereas last year it took us pretty much the whole season to get all that teamwork. So now it's the freshmen come in and they didn't get it at first, but they're getting it now. So I think it helps that we have people coming back to show them how we run our offense and all that.
And the five of you came back, three sophomores and two seniors, you two. What did you guys do to help the transition for the new kids this year?
We just pretty much, we were just very vocal with them and try to help them. And, if they were in the right spot, we would tell them where to go. And I think, it's good that they had people to look up to and so they can learn from.
Now, Coach Fowler, Bailey trusts you guys to be coaches on the floor as captains. Talk about what it means to you to be a captain.
Really, it doesn't. I mean, it means something because she trusts us to lead the team, and but she always says that each one of us are leaders on the court. So it's not necessarily that we're the only leaders on the team. It's just that we're the ones that are being named captain, and that we go up in the beginning of the game and meet with the refs. But really, we just all want to be leaders on the court and hold each other accountable for everything. So.
Now, what has it been like? One of you can answer it, Cristina. The incoming freshmen, were they like deer in headlights that you saw the first few days of practice?
Yeah, they all looked pretty nervous, but after a couple of practices, I think they've calmed down a bit. And we have a couple girls working really hard right now, and they're just waiting for the opportunity. And when they do get the opportunity, they work hard.
Early in the season, you guys are 3-4 right now, heading into a game on Thursday. Has there been any big disappointments so far for you guys, Bailey?
Well, I think all four of the games that we lost, we've had potential to actually win the game. I know that we could have won the game going into the game, but the last game, we didn't really get off to a good start, but the previous losses, we lost by a combined of 19 points. So I feel like we're right there, and we're going to get over that hump eventually.
And you won your first conference game against Rockhurst. Cristina, you guys had a 15-point lead late, and then they kind of mounted a comeback on you. What was that like? Was it hard to stop that run that they had late in the game?
It was kind of hard, but we just got to get ourselves under control and not be so nervous. I think most of our problem is that we were just nervous that they were coming back on us, and we just need to regain ourselves and play like we were playing earlier in the game.
You're sitting next to the hero of that game against Rockhurst. Talk about the play that Bailey had really late in the game, and the game-tying shot, and then in overtime hitting what ended up being the game winner.
Yeah, it was awesome. There was 3 seconds left on the clock, I think, and AP came and passed the ball to Bailey and set a screen, and Bailey I was on the bench, and I flew up in the air and it went in. It was exciting.
Bailey, talk about your perspective of the last few minutes of the game and how you played.
I kind of wanted the shot, but she said we're going to run this play. And so she was trusting me to do that for the team, and I don't know, it was just in the moment, I guess, and I came off the screen and I was open, so I just let it fly and maybe said a little prayer beforehand, but it was good. I didn't want our 15-point lead to just be ended in a loss, so I knew that we worked hard and we deserved that win. So.
And from the bench perspective, as you were talking about, Cristina, the last 0.6 of a second when Liz fouled, their best free throw shooter.
Yeah.
What was that like for you, sitting on the bench and not being able to do anything?
You know, I was just praying. I probably had my hands like this and my feet clenched. It was nerve-wracking. I mean, she just needed to make one. So I'm sure that girl is in the gym every day now. At least I would hope.
And Bailey, Saturday, you guys did talk about a little bit that just didn't come out on fire like you did against Rockhurst at William Jewell. So how do you come over that hump and play better Thursday against Oakland City?
Well, yesterday we came back with a good practice. Everybody worked hard. We got to do the same thing today as we get prepared for Oakland City. And we just have to learn how to play a full 40 minutes, and we'll come together, and it'll be a better start for us, and we just need to be ready from the tip.
And what about your thoughts going into Thursday's game against Oakland City?
We just gotta practice the way we want to play. You know, if we gotta work hard at practice every day, and if we do the little things, I think we'll come out on top on Thursday.
And after Thursday's game, you guys have one more game for Christmas break, and then you guys have a long layoff. What do you guys do during that long layoff?
I mean, we just kind of practice every day and team bonding, I guess. I don't know.
Does Coach Bowser give you guys things to do during the break?
Sometimes we have meetings that help us for the future, like creating a resume, you know, for jobs and stuff like that. But other than that,
we just hang out, have practice. It really gives us a lot of time to team bond. Really, there isn't anybody else really on campus, so we just go to each other's dorms or apartments or houses, and we just all hang out together and get ready for the next practice that day. So,
earlier this year you guys had helped with the canned food drive for Halloween. Cristina, talk about the other community service projects that you guys have done and what else you guys are going to do this year.
Well, we did do a camp for kids with diabetes. That one was really cool, considering we have a girl on our team that has diabetes. And basically it was just a basketball camp where we taught them how to play and the importance of good health and stuff. And I think on New Year's Eve we go to Springfield High and we do crafts with little kids there and stuff. It's good to be out in the community and show our support and stuff.
No, so you guys have the pink game coming up against Rockhurst, the last second to last home game in February. Talk about the pink T-shirt sales that you guys did last year and everything that's going to come up for you this year as well.
Last year we sold actually these shirts right here. It was a good fundraiser, and all the proceeds went to the Breast Cancer Association. And this year, we're not quite sure what we're going to sell this year. We're thinking about a T-shirt or just something along those lines where anybody can wear them, and we can do a positive shirt and awareness of breast cancer.
And Cristina, you guys touched briefly on what you guys do away from the court as together to bond. What do you guys do? Hey, keep it PG.
I mean, we do go out to eat a lot as a team.
I like to eat.
And usually we just hang out at somebody's apartment or townhomes or whatever and play cards or something. I don't know.
Some girls like to tell ghost stories because it freaks them out. But
okay, who's telling the ghost stories?
Rachel and Mal and Keek. And we just talk about anything really.
Whatever comes to mind, we talk about it. I guess.
On the way to Linwood Belleville, you guys were playing cards at the back of the bus. Was it Uno that you guys were playing?
It was Phase 10.
Okay.
It's a great game.
Is that what you
I
guys
won.
normally? Oh, congratulations! Is that what you guys normally do? Is you?
Yeah, there's a couple of us that really like that game. So we usually, when we're at like the hotels, we usually go to somebody's room and play Phase 10.
And on our way to William Jewell, I noticed that you guys were really, Bailey especially, was intent on watching the game film on the bus. And then you guys watched it in Coach Bowser's room. Do you guys learn a lot from watching the game film?
Yeah, we get to see what the other players like, their moves and how they play defense and just their overall game strategy to going against each individual team. But I think it really helps a lot. And once we watch ourselves, it also helps us know what we did wrong and how we can do to improve our game and in order to win the next one.
One of your teammates that's really stepping up recently is Elizabeth Kelly, averaging 13.5 rebounds in the last 3 games. Talk about what Liz has meant to you early on.
I mean, she's like a rebound machine. I mean, she works hard at practice every day, so it's no surprise that she gets all those rebounds. She's done great for us, and I just hope she continues to have great games like that.
And you can touch on it, Bailey, if you want.
Rebounding is all about effort, and Liz, she's a really hard worker, and I think that has a lot to do with it because she's just ball hungry and she wants that ball, and she's getting there and getting us a lot of more opportunities, especially on the offensive rebounding.
And I want to thank both of you for joining me today on the Prairie Star Coaches Show. We will be back. And welcome back to the Prairie Star Coaches Show on Campus Channel 65. I am Tony Black. Joining me now is Lester Hart. Lester, you guys one-on-one in conference early on. Talk about your thoughts in league play so far.
I think we've been doing pretty good. Definitely think we could be 2-0 right now in the conference. I just think we have a lot of things we need to clean up, tighten up a lot of things. Starting with turnovers and rebounding and things like that. We beat ourselves a lot of times, so we can just tighten those things up, we'd be good.
What is Coach Weir's been talking to you about and cleaning up the turnovers in practice? And
really just making sure we, throw 100% passes. If it's not there, don't force it. Don't try to make any spectacular plays. Value each possession. We do things like that and really lock in and focus more a little bit on offense. We'll be fine.
Early on in the season, you now have scored in double figures 5 straight times. What does that mean to you? And
it's good. Basketball. Everybody wants to score, but it'll mean a lot more if we didn't have the record that we have right now. But I honestly think that we are a lot better than our record. But scoring points, that's going to come, not only for me but for everybody. So, but it's a good feeling though.
And you guys brought back 6 returnees. Talk about how the 6 of you have really helped the new guys.
I think we helped them a lot. I think we helped them transition not only into basketball, good basketball players, but just the college life. Coming in as freshmen, a lot of times you don't know what to expect. You get homesick, you want to, go home, or, it's a lot different. You're on your own. You got to do your work by yourself on your own. You just got to, grow up a little bit. And I think we created a great atmosphere for those guys to come to us, talk to us. We play around and joke around a lot with them. I think as mentors, we done really good with the freshmen so far.
Talk about some of the pranks that you guys have done on the freshmen, if you can keep that clean.
Well, we haven't done any really pranks. We just like to joke around from it don't really matter if you're a freshman or a senior. Like everybody get joked around on. So, I mean, we haven't really done any pranks. I'll say the only thing really the freshmen have to do is just bring the ball racks into the gym and take them out. But we haven't done any freshman pranks or whatever. But now that you think about it, we might have to do that.
One of the things in community service that you guys have done this year is you've read to local elementary school students and you've mentored them. What's that like for you to help out with the little kids?
That's something I think is very big for the community, because it starts with the kids. You know, they have somebody to look up to. Growing up, they can, you know, try to mold themselves into our footsteps and really just have a positive impact on their life. And it makes you feel good as a person that knowing, you know, you're doing things like that, you're reaching out to the community and you're trying to help kids early on in their life, you know, no matter what they could be going through. You know, you could be the most important person just going there and talking to them 30 minutes a day. You know, you can really help them out and just trying to be positive to them.
Do you try to stay in contact with all the kids that you help?
We do. We haven't been there. We haven't been to the schools in a couple weeks or whatever, but I'm sure Coach, you know, he's probably going to get back on that. Maybe, you know, not during the season, but definitely after the season. You know, it's something that I really don't mind doing because I know growing up, you know, we didn't have that. We didn't have college athletes coming in or talking to us or anything like that. You know, we just found our own way, just grew up the way we thought was best for us.
You grew up in Decatur. How do you like playing in your home area?
I mean, it feels great, you know, knowing that my friends and family can come watch me play. It's only 35-minute drive. They can come watch me play, you know, when we have home games. A lot of people in the Springfield area know me, heard of me before from playing in high school. And, you know, you look up in the stands, you see your family and friends there, you know, feel more comfortable, you feel more confident with everything, and it's feel good.
You played at Parkland for 2 years, and then you transferred over here to UIS last year. Talk about that transition from junior college to Division II.
Well, actually, it was kind of a easy transition for me. The biggest thing was, you know, after those 2 years, I had to sit out. I sat out a year. I had like family issues and things I had to take care of. So me coming here last year, you know, I was really out of shape, haven't played basketball a whole lot. So that was just the toughest thing for me to get over that mental and physical exhaustion that I went through that year that I set out, and coming in, you know, and try to make a name for myself, you know, early during the season last year.
And as a senior, what is one of your personal goals that after college life? What do you want to do?
Well, as a kid, you know, I think every basketball player always dream of playing professional basketball, and that's something that you know, I really want to do. I try to push myself every day to get better, conditioning wise, shooting, ball handling, defense, anything I could do to get better, to get myself to the next level. You know, I'm always down for whatever to get better. So, but yeah, professional basketball is something I definitely would like to do.
Would you like to play overseas or somewhere here in the United States?
Yeah, of course, overseas. I mean, you know, of course, the NBA, you know, they call, of course, them. But, you know, thinking of terms of, you know, realistic things, I'm not trying to take anything away from myself or anything, but, you know, overseas would be, you know, probably the first thing that I will land if, you know, that's a possibility. And
Lester, talk about some of your teammates and what they've meant to the team this year, especially the returnees.
The returnees, start with Michael Fakwade. He means a lot to the team. You know, it's a double-double every day. He score for us. He get rebounds, blocks. You know, one of the nation's leading shot blockers. But not only what he does on the court, but off the court. You know, he's very goofy, very fun to be around with. Jokes around a lot, makes everything better. Jermaine Love, same with him. Great talent on the court, offensively and defensively, and just a great person to be around. Keith Smith as well. You know, he orchestrates the offense for us. Help people get in a rhythm. Good guy to be around off the court. Brandon Snowden as well. Only a sophomore, but probably the strongest person on the team. Can score, can rebound, defend. Real fun guy to be with. And, you know, Wesley Dawson, somebody I grew up with in Decatur. It's just great to have him on the team. You know, he's an energy guy. He always reminds us of Kevin Garnett. We always called him KG growing up. Really high energy guy, off the court, very fun to be with. I mean, just everybody.
And what are some of your personal goals for this basketball season, or team goals that you?
Team goals, definitely would like to end this semester. I believe I have 4 more games. I would definitely like to end this semester 4-0. We have a huge game coming up this Saturday versus St. Louis University, and if we can, you know, manage to pull that off, I think that should give us a lot of confidence and, you know, finish out the semester strong. And I believe that we could be a top team in the conference, you know, top 5 in the conference, and make a run at the national championship.
And during the preseason, you played a couple of Division I schools, Carbondale and then Evansville. And then you played, now it's a real game against a Division I school. You guys played well against Evansville. So talk about your thoughts going into this SLU game.
My thoughts going into the SLU game, after we played those 2 Division I games, I think everyone has a taste for what it's like. You know, people's not going to be so anxious, so excited, so nervous, you know, going into this game. So after, you know, playing those 2 teams, everyone should have a type of vibe, a type of feeling of how the game is going to go. It's going to be very fast, very physical. You know, we're not going to get any calls. And I think everyone expects that and, you know, just know what to do individually now.
You in the 4-game road trip next Saturday against McKendree, and then you're finally home against Robert Morris Springfield. Is it going to be good to get back to playing the track?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be really good to play on the track. We've been on the road. Just feel like we only had 2 home games so far. It's just, you know, it's exhausting. You know, you got to make sure you're still on the top of your classwork. You know, it's guys bringing laptops and books to the hotel. Then, you know, we have practice, meal, homework, bed, game, get back on the road, go to the next hotel, do it all over again, and you know it can wear and tear on your body physically and mentally. So it's going to feel great to play back at home. And
then that's it for the first semester, the fall semester, and then you're home again after the breaks or after Christmas is over. You played back to the conference back to the conference against UIND and St. Joe's, 2 very good teams. So talk about those guys, if you want to look forward to those.
Those games, I believe, are maybe not the biggest games of the season, but those games are going to be huge because coming from the break, you know, it's basically really a clean slate. You know, we're going to get more into the conference, and that's the season that you really want. You know, you really want to do good in your conference. So if we can, you know, those first 2 games at home, knock those 2 teams off, get on a roll, everything should start going our way, and everything just going to get, you know, a little bit more tighter and better.
All right, I want to thank you for joining me, Lester. I am Tony Black. So long, everybody.